I am Natasha, your host for today. If you are new here, I'd like to tell you that we share new English learning videos regularly to help you improve your English faster and more effectively. In today's episode, you will not only learn useful English vocabulary, but also discover the advanced meanings behind some of the most basic English words. This lesson is designed to take simple words you already know and expand your understanding so you can use them in richer, more powerful ways when you speak or write. We'll explore 130 essential English words, words that may seem basic at first, but when you learn their deeper and advanced meanings, you'll see how they can completely change the way you express yourself. Through real-life examples and practice exercises, you'll gain confidence, fluency, and a more natural flow in your English conversations. By the end of this masterclass, you'll not only know these 130 words, but also understand how to use them at an advanced level in daily life, academic settings, and professional communication. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss another lesson. That will help you take your English to the next level. So, grab a pen and paper, and let's get started with today's advanced vocabulary journey. When we think of vocabulary, many learners believe that only long, complex words make you sound advanced. But the truth is that the most powerful English speakers often use very basic words. They simply know how to use them in more advanced ways, with richer meanings and subtle differences. That's what we're going to do together today. Let's begin with our very first word, run. At the basic level, you know, run means to move quickly with your legs, like running in the park. But in advanced English, run has many other meanings. For example, you can say run a business, which means to manage or operate it. You can also run late, which means you are not on time, or you might say the meeting ran for 2 hours, meaning it continued for that length of time. Now, let's practice. Repeat after me slowly. I run every morning to stay healthy. Good. Now, repeat after me. She runs a small company with her brother. Excellent. And one more. The movie ran for 3 hours. See how one simple word becomes powerful when you know its advanced uses. Our second word is break. At the basic level, it means to damage something into pieces, like, I broke my phone screen. But advanced meanings include take a break, which means to rest. Break the news, which means to tell someone important information, usually something serious. And break a record, which means to achieve something better than anyone before you. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me. Let's take a short break after lunch. Very good. Now, try. He broke the news gently to his parents. Excellent. And one more. The athlete broke the world record in swimming. Notice how break can be about much more than damaging objects. The third word is light. Normally, you think of light as the opposite of dark, but advanced English uses light in many ways. For example, light work means something easy. To shed light on something means to explain or clarify it, and to take something lightly means not to treat it seriously. Let's practice. Say with me, this bag is very light. I can carry it easily. Good. Now, try. The teacher shed light on the difficult topic. And one more. Don't take this matter lightly. It is important. Excellent practice. Our next word is point. At the basic level, it means to show something with your finger, but advanced meanings include the point of the story, meaning the main idea. To get straight to the point, meaning to focus on the most important part, and to point out, meaning to highlight something. Now, let's practice. Repeat after me. He pointed to the sky. Good. The point of the meeting was to plan our project. Excellent. She pointed out my mistake kindly. Wonderful. Do you see what we are doing here? Every word you already know becomes a key to more advanced English when you learn its extended meanings. That's why this masterclass will change the way you think about vocabulary. Let's continue with draw. At first, you may know draw as making a picture, but in advanced English, draw can mean to draw attention, which is to make someone notice something, or to draw a conclusion, which means to decide something after thinking carefully. You can also draw money, meaning to take it out of your bank. Practice with me now. The child drew a house with crayons. Good. The speaker drew everyone's attention with her story. Very nice. We can draw a conclusion from the evidence. Excellent. Now, let's take fall. The simple meaning is to go down, like the leaves fall in autumn. But advanced meanings include to fall asleep, meaning to begin sleeping. Fall in love, meaning to start feeling love. And fall apart, meaning something breaks down emotionally or physically. Practice with me. The glass fell off the table. Now, repeat. She fell asleep during the movie. Very good. They fell in love at first sight. Excellent. And one more. His plan fell apart because of poor preparation. Another word is catch. The basic meaning is to grab something, like catch a ball. But advanced meanings include catch a cold, meaning to become sick. Catch someone's attention, meaning to make someone notice you. And catch up, meaning to reach the same level as someone else. Let's practice together. The boy caught the ball easily. Good. I caught a cold last winter. Excellent. Her smile caught my attention. Very nice. I need to catch up on my homework. Well done. Do you see the pattern? Every word has a world of meanings inside it. And when you practice them in real sentences, your English becomes flexible and natural. Let's move to hold. You know the basic meaning, to carry or keep something in your hand. But advanced uses include hold a meeting, meaning to organize it, hold on, meaning to wait, and hold a belief, which means to believe something strongly. Practice with me. She held the baby gently. Good. The company will hold a meeting tomorrow. Excellent. Hold on, I'll be there in a moment. Very good. He holds the belief that education can change lives. Beautiful. Now, let's look at stand. Basic meaning is to be upright on your feet, but advanced meanings include stand by someone, meaning to support them, stand out, meaning to be noticeable, and stand for, which means to represent an idea or belief. Practice with me. He stood near the window. Good. She always stands by her friends. Excellent. His bright shirt makes him stand out in the crowd. Very good. That letter stands for hope. Notice how every one of these words can make your English richer. The more you repeat them, the more natural they become in your speech. Now, Let's do a little exercise together. I'll give you a short paragraph, and you will notice how many of today's words appear inside it with their advanced meanings. Listen carefully. Maria runs her own bakery in town. Every morning she holds a short meeting with her staff. She tries not to take problems too lightly, but when things fall apart, she always finds a way to stand by her team. Last year, her bakery broke a sales record, and the success really caught the attention of the local newspaper. In the interview, she pointed out how much her employees stood out for their hard work. She drew a conclusion that teamwork was the real light that guided her business. Now, let's repeat parts of it slowly together. Maria runs her own bakery. She holds a short meeting with her staff. The bakery broke a sales record. The success caught the attention of the newspaper. She pointed out how her employees stood out. Do you feel how natural this sounds? You are using basic words, but at an advanced level. That's the magic of vocabulary, not just knowing more words, but knowing how to stretch each word into its full meaning. Let's continue our journey with another powerful word, turn. At the basic level, you know turn means to change direction, like turn left at the corner. But advanced meanings include take turns, meaning to do something one after another. Turn down, meaning to reject something. Turn into, which means to change into something else. And turn out, which means the result of something. Practice with me. She turned the key in the door. Good. The children took turns playing the game. Excellent. He turned down the job offer politely. Very nice. The caterpillar turned into a butterfly. And one more. The party turned out to be a huge success. Notice how many faces one simple word can have. Our next word is set. You know the basic meaning, to place something like set the glass on the table. But advanced meanings are everywhere in English. For example, set a goal, meaning to decide on something to achieve. Set up, meaning to arrange or organize something. Set off, meaning to begin a journey or to cause something to start. And set in, meaning something beg. Ins and stays like winter has set in. Practice with me. She set her phone on the desk. Good. He set a goal to learn English in 6 months. Excellent. They set up a small business together. Very nice. We set off early in the morning. And one more. Cold weather has set in this week. Wonderful practice. Now, let's look at keep. At the basic level, it means to hold or not give away. But advanced meanings include keep up, meaning to continue at the same pace. Keep in touch, meaning to maintain contact. And keep someone waiting, meaning to delay someone. Practice with me. She keeps her promises. Good. Try to keep up with the music. Excellent. We will keep in touch after graduation. Very good. Sorry to keep you waiting. The next word is make. You already know it as creating something, but advanced English expands it widely. Make up, meaning to invent a story or to reconcile after a fight. Make out, meaning to understand something with difficulty. Make do, meaning to manage with what you have. And make time, meaning to create an opportunity for something. Practice with me. He made a cake for her birthday. Now, repeat. They made up after the argument. Good. I couldn't make out what he was saying. Excellent. We had to make do with the little money we had. Very nice. She always makes time for her family. Another very common word is get. At the basic level, it means to receive something, but advanced meanings are endless. Get along, meaning to have a good relationship. Get over, meaning to recover from something. Get away with, meaning to escape punishment. And get ahead, meaning to succeed. Practice with me. He got a present from his friend. Good. They get along very well. Excellent. It took him time to get over his illness. Very nice. She got away with a small mistake. And one more. He worked hard to get ahead in his career. Now, let's move to look. Basic meaning is to see, but advanced meanings include look after, meaning to take care of. Look forward to, meaning to anticipate happily. Look into, meaning to investigate. And look up to, meaning to admire someone. Practice with me. She looked at the painting. Good. He looks after his younger brother. Excellent. I look forward to our next meeting. Very nice. The police will look into the case. And one more. Children look up to their teachers. Next is take. At the basic level, you know take as to carry or remove, but advanced English makes it so much more. Take part, meaning to join. Take after, meaning to resemble someone. Take on, meaning to accept responsibility. Take off, meaning an airplane leaving the ground, or something becoming successful. Practice with me. She took the keys from the table. Good. He takes after his father. Excellent. The students took part in the competition. Very nice. She took on a new project at work. And one more. The plane took off on time. Another important word is bring. The simple meaning is to carry something toward you, but advanced meanings include bring up, meaning to mention a topic. Bring about, meaning to cause something to happen. And bring in, meaning to introduce something. Practice with me. Please bring me a glass of water. Good. She brought up an interesting idea. Excellent. The changes brought about positive results. Very nice. The company brought in a new policy. Do you notice how these words repeat in daily conversations again and again? The difference between sounding basic and sounding advanced is knowing how to use them flexibly in all these different contexts. Now, let's do another practice paragraph. Listen carefully. Tom set a goal to improve his English, so he kept up with his lessons every day. His teacher looked after him like a mentor and always brought up useful advice. Tom took part in every classroom activity and got along well with his classmates. At times, he had to make do with little sleep, but he never turned down an opportunity to learn. Slowly, he got ahead, and the progress brought about real confidence in his life. Now, repeat some lines with me. Tom set a goal to improve his English. He kept up with his lessons every day. His teacher brought up useful advice. He took part in every classroom activity. He got ahead in his studies. Excellent practice. By practicing with paragraphs like these, you begin to see how all the advanced meanings of basic words come together naturally in real English. Now, let's move forward with another common word that hides advanced meanings. Play. At the simple level, you know it as enjoying a game or performing music. But in advanced English, play can mean to play a role, meaning to act in an important position. Play along, which means to cooperate even if you don't fully agree. Play it safe, meaning to act carefully. And play down, meaning to make something seem less important. Practice with me. The children played in the park. Good. We played an important role in the project's success. Excellent. He decided to play along with his colleague's idea. Very nice. Investors chose to play it safe during the crisis. And one more. He tried to play down his mistake. Our next word is work. You already know it as something you do at your job, but in advanced usage, work out means to exercise or to find a solution. Work on means to improve something. Work against means to make things difficult, and work wonders means to produce amazing results. Now, practice with me. She works in a hospital. Good. They worked out at the gym yesterday. Excellent. I need to work on my pronunciation. Very good. The weather worked against our picnic plans. And one more. That advice worked wonders for my confidence. Another powerful word is rise. At the basic level, it means to go upward, like the sun rises. But advanced meanings include rise above, meaning to overcome challenges. Rise to the occasion, meaning to perform well in a difficult situation, and arise, meaning an increase in salary or position. Let's practice. Smoke rose from the chimney. Good. She rose above her difficulties. Excellent. He always rises to the occasion during exams. Very good. She asked for a rise in salary. Next is fall again, but this time with some different expressions. Fall back, meaning to retreat or move behind. Fall for, meaning to be tricked or to fall in love. Fall out, meaning to argue and stop being friends. And fall through, meaning a plan fails. Practice with me. The soldiers fell back during the battle. Good. He fell for a clever scam online. Excellent. They fell out over a misunderstanding. Very good. Their travel plan fell through because of the weather. Now, let's explore pull. The basic meaning is to drag something toward yourself, but advanced meanings include pull together, meaning to cooperate. Pull off, meaning to succeed at something difficult. Pull through, meaning to recover from illness or difficulty. And pull away, meaning to start moving forward, like a car. Practice with me. He pulled the chair closer. Good. The team pulled together to finish the task. Excellent. She pulled off a great presentation. Very nice. The patient pulled through after surgery. And one more. The car pulled away slowly. Our next word is push. Simple meaning, to move something forward with force. But advanced uses include push ahead, meaning to continue with determination. Push for, meaning to demand strongly, push around, meaning to treat someone badly, and push back, meaning to resist or delay something. Now, repeat after me. He pushed the door open. Good. They pushed ahead with their new project. Excellent. The workers pushed for better conditions. Very good. He always pushes people around at work. And one more. The deadline was pushed back. Now, let's practice with a short story using these words together. Ring the project. Sarah played a key role in organizing tasks. The team worked out many problems and managed to rise to the occasion when deadlines were tight. At first, their plan almost fell through, but they pulled together and pushed ahead. In the end, they pulled off a huge success, and the company rewarded them with a rise in recognition. Now, repeat some parts with me. Sarah played a key role in organizing tasks. The team rose to the occasion. They pulled together and pushed ahead. They pulled off a huge success. Excellent. Let's move to another simple but rich word. Turn again, in more depth. Turn over, meaning to give control. Turn up, meaning to appear or increase. Turn out, meaning to result in a certain way. And turn against, meaning to stop supporting someone. Practice with me. She turned over the keys to her replacement. Good. He finally turned up after an hour. Excellent. The event turned out better than expected. Very nice. The crowd turned against the politician. The next word is go. At the simple level, it means to move from one place to another. But advanced meanings include go on, meaning to continue, go off, meaning an alarm sounds, or to suddenly explode, go for, meaning to try to achieve something, and go through, meaning to experience something difficult. Now, repeat after me. He goes to school every day. Good. The story goes on for many chapters. Excellent. The fire alarm went off suddenly. Very nice. She went for the gold medal. And one more. They went through a tough time together. And here is come. Simple meaning, to move toward, but advanced uses include come across, meaning to find by chance. Come up with, meaning to invent or suggest. Come out, meaning to be published or revealed, and come down to, meaning the most important factor is practice with me. She came to my house yesterday. Good. I came across an old photo. Excellent. He came up with a brilliant idea. Very nice. The book came out last month. And one more. It all comes down to hard work. To finish this section, let's build another practice paragraph. James came up with a plan to go ahead with the project. At first, many problems came up, but he went through them patiently. One day, the alarm went off in the office, but the team played it safe and evacuated quickly. Later, James came across an old file that shed light on the missing information. Finally, everything turned out well, and the manager gave him credit for pulling off a difficult task. Now, repeat slowly. James came up with a plan. He went through problems patiently. The alarm went off in the office. He came across an old file. Everything turned out well. Every time you hear and repeat these phrases, you're not just memorizing words. You're training your brain to think in English naturally, without translation. Another everyday woe. RD with hidden depth is cut. The basic meaning is to separate with a sharp tool, like cut a piece of paper, but advanced meanings include cut down, meaning to reduce, cut off, meaning to disconnect, cut out, meaning to remove something, and cut in, meaning to interrupt. Practice with me. He cut the rope with a knife. Good. The doctor told him to cut down on sugar. Excellent. The phone call was cut off suddenly. Very nice. She cut out unhealthy snacks from her diet. And one more. He always cuts in when I'm speaking. The next word is turn one more time, because it's so common in advanced English. Turn back, meaning to return. Turn around, meaning to change direction or change results. Turn in, meaning to submit work or to go to bed. And turn over a new leaf, which means to start fresh with better behavior. Practice with me. They turned back after the storm began. Good. The company turned around after new leadership. Excellent. Please turn in your assignments tomorrow. Very nice. After years of bad habits, he decided to turn over a new leaf. Now, let's try break again, with new expressions. Break down, meaning a machine stops working, or someone loses emotional control. Break into, meaning to enter forcefully. Break away, meaning to escape. And break out, meaning something suddenly begins, like a fire or conflict. Repeat after me. The car broke down on the highway. Good. Thieves broke into the store. Excellent. The prisoner broke away from the guards. Very nice. A fire broke out in the building. Another powerful word is take again, with more depth. Take over, meaning to gain control. Take back, meaning to withdraw words. Take out, meaning to remove or invite someone on a date. And take up, meaning to start a new activity. Practice with me. A large company took over the small business. Good. I take back what I said. Excellent. He took his girlfriend out for dinner. Very nice. She took up painting as a hobby. Now, let's move to carry. At the basic level, it means to hold and move something. But advanced meanings include carry out, meaning to perform. Carry on, meaning to continue. Carry away, meaning to become too excited. And carry weight, meaning to have influence. Practice with me. She carried the bag upstairs. Good. The soldiers carried out the orders. Excellent. He carried on despite the difficulties. Very nice. The children were carried away with excitement. And one more. Her opinion carries a lot of weight in the team. Now, let's explore. Put. Simple meaning is to place something somewhere, but advanced English uses it everywhere. Put off, meaning to delay. Put up with, meaning to tolerate. Put out, meaning to extinguish or to inconvenience. Put across, meaning to communicate. Practice with me. She put the book on the shelf. Good. The meeting was put off until next week. Excellent. He can't put up with rude people. Very nice. They put out the fire quickly. And one more. She put her ideas across clearly. Our next word is call. You know it as to telephone someone, but advanced meanings include call off, meaning to cancel, Call on, meaning to visit or ask for participation. Call out, meaning to challenge someone. And call for, meaning to demand or require. Repeat after me. She called her friend last night. Good. They called off the meeting. Excellent. The teacher called on me to answer. Very nice. He called out the unfair rules. And one more. This situation calls for urgent action. Another very useful word is check. The basic meaning is to examine quickly, but advanced meanings include check in, meaning to register at a hotel or airport, check out, meaning to leave or to investigate, check over, meaning to review, and check up on, meaning to monitor someone. Practice with me. She checked the spelling in her essay. Good. We checked in at the hotel. Excellent. He checked out of the hospital yesterday. Very nice. The doctor checked over the patient. And one more. Parents often check up on their children. Now, let's connect some of these words into a short story. Emma carried out her research project with care. At first, she had to put off some experiments because the machines broke down, but she carried on, determined to succeed. She checked in at the lab every morning, and her dedication carried weight with the professors. When a large company took over the research center, Emma thought her project might be called off, but she turned around the situation by putting her ideas across with confidence. In the end, her work carried her forward and opened doors to a bright career. Now, repeat after me slowly. Emma carried out her research project. She put off some experiments. Her dedication carried weight with the professors. She put her ideas across with confidence. Excellent. The more you practice these advanced meanings, the more fluent and flexible your English becomes. Remember, it's not just about knowing new words, but knowing how to stretch familiar words into advanced contexts. Let's move to another everyday word, face. At the simple level, it means the front part of your head, but advanced meanings include face up to, which means to accept and deal with something difficult. Face off, meaning to confront someone directly. Face the music, meaning to accept the results of your actions. And lose face, which means to lose respect. Practice with me. She washed her face in the morning. Good. He had to face up to his mistakes. Excellent. The two teams faced off in the final match. Very nice. He finally faced the music after breaking the rule. And one more. The company lost fast. After the scandal. Our next word is head. You know it as the top of your body, but advanced English uses it everywhere. Head up, meaning to lead. Head off, meaning to prevent. Head toward, meaning to move in a direction. And head over heels, meaning to be deeply in love. Now, repeat after me. He touched his head gently. Good. She will head up the new department. Excellent. The police headed off the protest. Very nice. We are heading toward a brighter future. And one more. He fell head over heels in love. Another common word is hand. At the basic level, it's what you use to hold things, but advanced meanings include hand in, meaning to submit, hand out, meaning to distribute, hand over, meaning to give control, and at hand, meaning something is nearby or available. Practice with me. She raised her hand to answer. Good. Please hand in your homework. Excellent. The teacher handed out the test papers. Very nice. He handed over the keys to the new owner. And one more. Help is always at hand if you need it. Now, let's explore back. You know it as the opposite of front, but advanced meanings include back up, meaning to support, back down, meaning to withdraw, back out, meaning to not keep a promise, and in the back of your mind, meaning something you're quietly thinking about. Practice with me. He hurt his back while lifting. Good. I'll back up your decision. Excellent. She refused to back down during the debate. Very nice. He backed out of the agreement. And one more. I had a worry in the back of my mind. Next is heart. Basic meaning is the organ that pumps blood. But advanced meanings include take something to heart, meaning to be affected deeply. Learn by heart, meaning to memorize. At the heart of, meaning the center or main point. And with all your heart, meaning sincerely and completely. Repeat after me. The doctor checked his heart. Good. Don't take criticism to heart. Excellent. She learned the poem by heart. Very nice. At the heart of the issue is trust. And one more. I support you with all my heart. Now, let's see I. At the simple level, it's what you see with. But advanced meanings include keep an eye on, meaning to watch. In the public eye, meaning to be noticed by society. Catch someone's eye, meaning to attract attention. And open someone's eyes, meaning to make them realize something. Practice with me. She has blue eyes. Good. Please keep an eye on the children. Excellent. The actor is always in the public eye. Very nice. The bright painting caught my eye. And one more. That experience opened my eyes to reality. The next word is mind. Simple meaning is your thoughts, but advanced English uses it in many ways. Change your mind, meaning to decide differently. Bear in mind, meaning to remember. Make up your mind, meaning to choose. And out of your mind, meaning acting crazy or extremely worried. Practice with me. She has a sharp mind. Good. He changed his mind about the trip. Excellent. Please bear in mind this rule. Very nice. I can't make up my mind. And one more. She was out of her mind with worry. Another important word is foot. At the basic level, it's the bottom of your leg. But advanced meanings include foot the bill, meaning to pay for something. Put your foot down, meaning to be firm. Get cold feet, meaning to lose courage. And find your feet, meaning to adjust to a new situation. Repeat after me. He injured his foot while running. Good. The company will foot the bill for the dinner. Excellent. She put her foot down about the rules. Very nice. He got cold feet before the wedding. And one more. I'm still finding my feet at the new job. Now, let's create a practice paragraph using some of these words. David headed up the project team with confidence. He always backed up his colleagues and handed out clear instructions. At the heart of his leadership was kindness, and he never let others lose face. His sharp mind kept an eye on every detail, and even when problems arose, he rose above them with determination. Slowly, the team found their feet, and success was at hand. Now, repeat parts with me. David headed up the project team. He always backed up his colleagues. At the heart of his leadership was kindness. His sharp mind kept an eye on every detail. The team found their feet. Excellent practice. Do you see what's happening? You're taking body-related words like face, head, hand, back, heart, eye, mind, foot, and expanding them into advanced meanings that are used naturally in English conversation. This is the secret of sounding fluent and flexible. Let's continue with a very common but powerful word, time. At the basic level, you know it as hours and minutes, but advanced meanings include in time, meaning before a deadline, on time, meaning punctual, take your time, meaning don't rush, and time after time, meaning repeatedly. Practice with me. She looked at the time on her watch. Good. He arrived just in time for the train. Excellent. She always arrives on time. Very nice. Take your time when answering the question. And one more. Time after time, he proved his skills. Our next word is day. Simple meaning 24 hours, but advanced meanings include day in, day out, meaning regularly and repeat. Tedly. Call it a day, meaning to stop working. Save the day, meaning to prevent failure. And one of those days, meaning a difficult or unlucky day. Now, repeat after me. It was a sunny day. Good. She studies English day in, day out. Excellent. Let's call it a day after finishing this work. Very nice. Her quick action saved the day. And one more. It's just one of those days. Another useful word is life. At the simple level, it means existence, but advanced meanings include bring to life, meaning to make something exciting, real life, meaning not fictional, a new lease on life, meaning a fresh start, and the time of your life, meaning a very happy experience. Practice with me. He has a good life in the countryside. Good. The teacher brought the lesson to life with stories. Excellent. This is a real-life example. Very nice. The treatment gave her a new lease on life. And one more. They had the time of their life at the party. Next is world. The basic meaning is the earth, but advanced meanings include out of this world, meaning amazing, a world of difference, meaning a big difference, the world over, meaning everywhere, and in a world of your own, meaning lost in thought. Practice with me. We live in a beautiful world. Good. The food was out of this world. Excellent. There is a world of difference between them. Very nice. His music is loved the world over. And one more. She was in a world of her own. Now, let's try place. You know it as a location, but advanced uses include out of place, meaning not suitable, in place, meaning properly arranged. Put yourself in someone's place, meaning to imagine their situation, and take place, meaning to happen. Practice with me. This is a quiet place to study. Good. His joke seemed out of place at the meeting. Excellent. Everything was in place for the event. Very nice. Try to put yourself in her place. And one more. The ceremony will take place tomorrow. Our next word is home. Basic meaning is where you live, but advanced meanings include home in on, meaning to focus closely, close to home, meaning personally affecting, bring home to, meaning to make someone realize, and make yourself at home, meaning to feel comfortable. Repeat after me. She returned home after work. Good. The speaker homed in on the key issue. Excellent. The accident brought home the importance of safety. Very nice. That comment hit close to home. And one more. Please make yourself at home. Now, let's look at house. At the simple level, it's a building where people live. But advanced meanings include house of cards, meaning something weak that may collapse. A full house, meaning a completely full room. Keep house, meaning to manage household tasks. And household name, meaning someone or something famous. Practice with me. They bought a new house. Good. The plan was like a house of cards. Excellent. The concert was played to a full house. Very nice. She keeps house while her husband works. And one more. He became a household name. Next is ground. Simple meaning, the earth under your feet. But advanced meanings include break new ground, meaning to innovate. Common ground, meaning shared ideas. On shaky ground, meaning uncertain. And keep your feet on the ground, meaning to stay realistic. Practice with me. The children played on the ground. Good. The scientist broke new ground with her research. Excellent. They found common ground during the discussion. Very nice. The plan is on shaky ground. And one more. She always keeps her feet on the ground. Let's create a practice story using some of these words. Maria arrived home just in time for dinner after a long day. She felt like her life had gained a new lease on life since she started her new job. Her ideas broke new ground in the company, and her presentation was out of this world. The event took place in a beautiful hall, and the audience gave her a full house of applause. She knew in her heart that she had finally found common ground with her colleagues, and for the first time, she felt truly at home in her career. Now, let's repeat key lines together. Maria arrived home just in time for dinner. Her ideas broke new ground in the company. The event took place in a beautiful hall. She found common ground with her colleagues. Excellent. Every time you repeat, your brain is connecting familiar words with advanced meanings. This is how you go beyond memorizing and actually start living the language. Let's continue with the word road. At the basic level, it means the path cars travel on. But in advanced English, it can mean the road ahead, referring to the future. A rough road, meaning difficult times. Go down the road of, meaning to take a particular direction in life. And on the road, meaning traveling for work or activities. Practice with me. The road was empty at night. Good. She looked to the road ahead with hope. Excellent. It has been a rough road for the family. Very nice. He went down the road of becoming a teacher. And one more. The band is on the road for concerts. Our next word is path. At the simple level, it's like a small trail. But advanced meanings include career path, meaning your professional journey. Cross paths, meaning to meet by chance. Path to success, meaning the way to achieve goals. And lead down a path, meaning to guide into a situation. Repeat after me. We walked along the path in the forest. Good. She chose a new career path in medicine. Excellent. I never thought we would cross paths again. Very nice. Hard work is the path to success. And one more. His choices led him down a difficult path. Another powerful word is line. Basic meaning is a straight mark, but advanced meanings include stand in line, meaning to queue, draw the line, meaning to set limits, out of line, meaning inappropriate, and line of work, meaning profession. Practice with me. He drew a line on the paper. Good. We had to stand in line for tickets. Excellent. She drew the line at working on Sundays. Very nice. His comments were out of line. And one more. Teaching is his line of work. Now, let's explore point again with new uses. Point out, meaning to explain. At some point, meaning at some time. Get the point, meaning to understand. And beside the point, meaning not relevant. Repeat after me. She pointed out the mistake. Good. At some point, we must decide. Excellent. Do you get the point of the story? Very nice. His comment was beside the point. Our next word is mark. At the simple level, it means a visible spot. But advanced uses include make your mark, meaning to have an impact. Hit the mark, meaning to succeed. Miss the mark, meaning to fail. And up to the mark, meaning good enough. Practice with me. He left a mark on the wall. Good. She made her mark in the business world. Excellent. His answer really hit the mark. Very nice. That attempt missed the mark. And one more. The project was not up to the mark. Another common word is sign. Simple meaning, a board with information. But advanced meanings include sign of the times, meaning evidence of modern life. Give the sign, meaning to indicate. Show signs of, meaning to reveal early evidence. And under someone's sign, meaning under influence or authority. Repeat after me. He read the sign on the road. Good. The style is a sign of the times. Excellent. She gave the sign to start. Very nice. He showed signs of improvement. And one more. The team worked under his sign of leadership. Next word, step. At the basic level, it's a movement with your foot, but advanced meanings include step up, meaning to increase effort, step down, meaning to resign, step into someone's shoes, meaning to take their role, and a step in the right direction, meaning progress. Practice with me. He took a step forward. Good. She stepped up her practice before the exam. Excellent. The manager stepped down last year. Very nice. He stepped into his father's shoes. And one more. That was a step in the right direction. Now, let's bring these words into a practice story. On the road ahead, Anna saw many challenges, but she was ready to step up. She chose a career path in law and wanted to make her mark in the world. At some point, she had to draw the line between work and rest. Though her first attempts missed the mark, she always showed signs of determination. Finally, she took a big step in the right direction when she crossed paths with a mentor who helped her find her line of work. Now, repeat with me. Anna was ready to step up. She wanted to make her mark in the world. At some point, she had to draw the line. She always showed signs of determination. She took a big step in the right direction. Notice how naturally all of these advanced expressions flow when used in a short story. That's how English speakers use them every day. Let's continue with turn once more, but in idioms this time. Turn a blind eye, meaning to ignore. Turn the tables, meaning to reverse a situation. Turn over in your mind, meaning to think carefully. And turn your back on, meaning to reject. Practice with me. She turned a blind eye to his mistakes. Good. The lawyer turned the tables in court. Excellent. He turned the problem over in his mind. Very nice. They turned their backs on the old traditions. Next is stand again. Stand your ground, meaning not to give up. Stand trial, meaning to be judged in court. Stand in, meaning to substitute. And can't stand, meaning dislike strongly. Repeat after me. He stood his ground in the argument. Good. The suspect will stand trial next month. Excellent. She stood in for her colleague at the meeting. Very nice. I can't stand rude behavior. And let's look at fall once more. Fall flat, meaning to fail completely. Fall short, meaning not reach the goal. Fall into place, meaning everything becomes clear. And fall back on, meaning to rely on when needed. Practice with me. His joke fell flat. Good. The plan fell short of expectations. Excellent. Finally, everything fell into place. Very nice. She had to fall back on her savings. To finish this section, here's another short practice passage. During the project, the first plan fell flat and missed the mark. But the team stood their ground and didn't turn their backs on the challenge. Slowly, things began to fall into place. At some point, their efforts turned the tables, and in the end, they made their mark by finishing on time. Now, repeat slowly. The first plan fell flat. The team stood their ground. Things began to fall into place. They turned the tables. They made their mark. This is how repetition builds natural English fluency. Let's move forward with the word stand in a few more advanced ways. At the basic level, it means to be upright, but in phrases, stand aside means to let someone else take control. Stand down means to withdraw or resign. Stand out, which we practiced earlier, means to be unnoticeable, and stand up for, meaning to defend or support. Practice with me. He stood aside to let her pass. Good. The captain stood down after the defeat. Excellent. Her bright dress made her stand out. Very nice. She always stands up for her friends. Now, let's look at rise again with new uses. Rise and shine, often said to wake someone cheerfully. Give rise to, meaning to cause. On the rise, meaning increasing, and rise above criticism, meaning not to be affected. Repeat after me. Rise and shine, it's a new day. Good. The rumor gave rise to many doubts. Excellent. The price of food is on the rise. Very nice. She rose above the criticism and continued. Our next word is fall. In some final variations, fall behind, meaning to not keep up. Fall for, meaning to believe a trick or develop feelings. Fall out of favor, meaning to lose popularity. And fall under, meaning to belong to a category. Practice with me. He fell behind in his studies. Good. She fell for a clever trick. Excellent. The style fell out of favor quickly. Very nice. This falls under the category of science. Now, let's try bring again. Bring down, meaning to reduce or to cause someone's fall. Bring forward, meaning to propose or move earlier. Bring back, meaning to return something. And bring out, meaning to highlight. Repeat after me. The new policy brought down the costs. Good. She brought forward a new idea. Excellent. He brought back a gift from his trip. Very nice. The color brings out her eyes. Another common word is hold again. Hold off, meaning to delay. Hold back, meaning to restrain. Hold out, meaning to endure or last. And hold the line, meaning to maintain a position. Practice with me. We held off making a decision. Good. He held back his anger. Excellent. The supplies will hold out for another week. Very nice. The army held the line despite the pressure. Now, let's practice turn with one last set of advanced meanings. Turn to, meaning to seek help. Turn over a problem, meaning to think carefully. Turn against, meaning to stop supporting. And turn something upside down, meaning to cause complete disorder. Repeat after me. He turned to his mentor for advice. Good. She turned the idea over in her mind. Excellent. The group turned against their leader. Very nice. The news turned their world upside down. Now, let's build a short practice paragraph with these words. During hard times, Alex turned to his teacher for support. He had fallen behind in class, but decided to rise above the challenges. His classmates stood up for him, and together they brought forward a new study plan. Though things turned upside down at first, they held out and finally brought out the best results. Now, repeat after me. Alex turned to his teacher for support. He had fallen behind in class. His classmates stood up for him. They brought forward a new study plan. They held out and brought out the best results. Excellent. Let's move to some words that are often used in emotional contexts. First is break again. Break free, meaning to escape. Break even, meaning no loss and no profit. Break ground, meaning to start something new. And break the ice, meaning to make people feel comfortable in conversation. Practice with me. The bird broke free from the cage. Good. The company barely broke even this year. Excellent. They broke ground on a new building. Very nice. He told a joke to break the ice. Another word is make again. Make ends meet, meaning to manage with limited money. Make up your mind, meaning to decide. Make room, meaning to create space. And make yourself heard, meaning to speak clearly enough to be noticed. Repeat after me. They struggled to make ends meet. Good. She finally made up her mind. Excellent. Can you make room for one more chair? Very nice. He made himself heard in the noisy hall. Now, let's try get once more. Get by, meaning to survive. Get down to, meaning to start working seriously. Get away, meaning to escape. And get the hang of, meaning to learn how to do something. Practice with me. He just gets by on his salary. Good. It's time to get down to work. Excellent. They got away for a holiday. Very nice. She finally got the hang of driving. Finally, let's practice go again. Go ahead, meaning to proceed. Go over, meaning to review. Go without, meaning to manage without something. And go hand in hand, meaning two things naturally occur together. Repeat after me. Please go ahead with your question. Good. Let's go over the details. Excellent. We had to go without electricity for hours. Very nice. Success goes hand in hand with hard work. Now, let's create a longer story using all of these advanced meanings. Lily wanted to break the ice with her new classmates, so she made herself heard with a kind introduction. At first, she struggled to make ends meet while studying abroad, but she managed to get by with part-time work. She got down to her studies and soon got the hang of speaking confidently. Her teacher told her to go ahead and bring forward her ideas, and the group went over them carefully. Even though she sometimes had to go without luxuries, she broke ground by creating new projects that brought out her creativity. She turned to her friends when she felt lonely, and they always stood up for her. Slowly, things fell into place, and success went hand in hand with her determination. Now, repeat some sentences slowly with me. She broke the ice with her new classmates. She managed to get by with part-time work. She got down to her studies. She got the hang of speaking confidently. Success went hand in hand with her determination. Do you feel how natural this sounds? Basic words, but advanced meanings. This is exactly how you build vocabulary that makes your English richer and more flexible. Now, let's move into another powerful set of words that appear everywhere in daily life. The first is look. You already know it as to see, but its advanced uses are endless. Look out, meaning to be careful. Look over, meaning to review. Look down on, meaning to think less of someone. And look into, meaning to investigate. Practice with me. Look out, the car is coming. Good. The teacher looked over my essay. Excellent. He looks down on people without reason. Very nice. The police will look into the case. Our next word is turn in yet another set of meanings. Turn around, meaning to improve. Turn in, meaning to go to bed or to submit. Turn up, meaning to appear. And turn out, meaning the result. Repeat after me. The business turned around after new management. Good. I will turn in my report tomorrow. Excellent. He finally turned up late in the evening. Very nice. The event turned out better than expected. Now, let's try put once more. Put down, meaning to insult. Put away, meaning to store. Put through, meaning to connect someone on the phone or make them endure. And put together, meaning to assemble. Practice with me. He put down his opponent with harsh words. Good. She put away the groceries. Excellent. The secretary put me through to the manager. Very nice. They put together a new plan. Another important word is take again. Take off, meaning to become successful or for an airplane to leave. Take after, meaning to resemble. Take on, meaning to accept responsibility. And take apart, meaning to separate pieces. Repeat after me. The plane took off on time. Good. She takes after her mother. Excellent. He took on a new project. Very nice. The mechanic took the engine apart. Now, let's look at carry again. Carry off, meaning to succeed at something difficult. Carry forward, meaning to continue progress. Carry on with, meaning to continue despite problems. And carry the day, meaning to win. Practice with me. She carried off the prize with her talent. Good. We will carry forward the plan. Excellent. He carried on with his studies despite challenges. Very nice. Her argument carried the day. The next word is bring again. Bring in, meaning to earn or introduce. Bring out, meaning to release or highlight. Bring around, meaning to persuade. And bring together, meaning to unite. Repeat after me. The new job brings in good money. Good. The teacher brought out the best in her students. Excellent. He brought his friend around to his opinion. Very nice. The event brought people together. Now, let's practice get once more. Get ahead, meaning to succeed. Get across, meaning to communicate. Get away with, meaning to escape punishment. And get over, meaning to recover. Practice with me. She works hard to get ahead. Good. He got his message across clearly. Excellent. The thief got away with the crime. Very nice. It took him weeks to get over the flu. Now, let's put these into a story so you can feel them in action. Maria looked over her notes carefully before the meeting. At first, she looked down on her own skills, but her manager brought her around with encouragement. During the presentation, she put her ideas across clearly, and the message got through to everyone. The company carried forward her plan, and it really took off in the next quarter. Her success carried the day, and she soon got ahead in her career. Now, let's repeat parts slowly. Maria looked over her notes carefully. Her manager brought her around with encouragement. She put her ideas across clearly. Her plan really took off. Her success carried the day. Excellent practice. Let's continue with call again. Call up, meaning to phone. Call on, meaning to request participation. Call out, meaning to criticize. And call it quits, meaning to stop trying. Repeat after me. He called up his friend. Good. The teacher called on me to answer. Excellent. She called out the unfair rule. Very nice. After years of struggle, they called it quits. Now, let's look at check again. Check on, meaning to see if something is okay. Check into, meaning to investigate or register. Check over, meaning to review. And check out, meaning to explore or leave. Practice with me. She checked on her little brother. Good. We checked into the hotel. Excellent. The doctor checked over the patient. Very nice. He checked out the new store. Another word is work again. Work against, meaning to create problems. Work through, meaning to resolve step by step. Work up to, meaning to build toward. And work wonders, meaning to create amazing results. Repeat after me. The weather worked against our plans. Good. They worked through the conflict. Excellent. He worked up to giving a speech. Very nice. This advice worked wonders for me. Now, let's build another short story with these expressions. Tom checked into a hotel before his big presentation. He worked through his nervousness and finally worked up to standing in front of the audience. The bad weather almost worked against the event, but he carried on. His clear message got across, and the story of his success soon brought people together. The new idea took off quickly, and everyone agreed that his courage had worked wonders. Repeat after me. Tom checked into a hotel. He worked through his nervousness. The weather almost worked against the event. His message got across. The idea took off quickly. Do you notice how every short story ties words together in real context? That's how English builds fluency, not just through memorization, but by seeing and using the words where they naturally belong. Let's practice a little more with go again. Go ahead, meaning to continue. Go by, meaning to pass. Go along with, meaning to agree. And go out of your way, meaning to make a special effort. Practice with me. Go ahead, I'm listening. Good. Time goes by so quickly. Excellent. I went along with their plan. Very nice. She went out of her way to help. And to close this section, let's do a combined exercise. Listen carefully. Lisa went out of her way to call up her old teacher. She wanted to bring together her classmates for a reunion. At first, time went by without much progress. But finally, things fell into place. She put together a team, and they carried forward the plan. On the day of the event, everyone turned up, and the memories brought back joy that carried the day. Now, repeat slowly. Lisa went out of her way to call up her teacher. She wanted to bring together her classmates. She put together a team. Everyone turned up. The memories brought back joy. That's the power of combining advanced meanings with basic words. The English you already know becomes rich, flexible, and natural. Now, let's move on with another set of very useful words. The first is hand again. We've already used some meanings, but let's explore further. Hand down, meaning to pass something to the next generation. Hand over, meaning to give control. Hand in hand, meaning closely connected. And at first hand, meaning from personal experience. Practice with me. The ring was handed down from grandmother to granddaughter. Good. He handed over the documents. Excellent. Success and hard work go hand in hand. Very nice. She learned the lesson at first hand. Next, let's try foot once more. At the foot of, meaning at the bottom. Get off on the wrong foot, meaning to start badly. Put your best foot forward, meaning to try your hardest. And stand on your own 2 feet, meaning to be independent. Repeat after me. The cabin stood at the foot of the mountain. Good. They got off on the wrong foot. Excellent. She always puts her best foot forward. Very nice. He learned to stand on his own 2 feet. Now, let's look at head again. Head for, meaning to move toward. Head off, meaning to block or prevent. Keep a cool head, meaning to stay calm. And from head to toe, meaning completely. Practice with me. We are heading for the city. Good. The police headed off the danger. Excellent. She kept a cool head during the crisis. Very nice. He was covered in mud from head to toe. Another common word is eye. In the blink of an eye, meaning very quickly. Have an eye for, meaning to have good judgment or taste. Earn a blind eye, meaning to ignore, and see eye to eye, meaning to agree. Repeat after me. The game was over in the blink of an eye. Good. She has an eye for detail. Excellent. He turned a blind eye to the mistake. Very nice. They don't always see eye to eye. Next is hand in idioms. Wash your hands of, meaning to stop being responsible. Give a hand, meaning to help. In safe hands, meaning protected, and the upper hand, meaning control. Practice with me. He washed his hands of the problem. Good. Can you give me a hand with this bag? Excellent. The project is in safe hands. Very nice. She gained the upper hand in the debate. Now, let's practice heart in idioms. Have a change of heart, meaning to change your opinion. Learn by heart, meaning memorize. Take something to heart, meaning feel deeply, and heart and soul, meaning with full effort. Repeat after me. He had a change of heart about the plan. Good. She learned the speech by heart. Excellent. He took the criticism to heart. Very nice. She worked with heart and soul. Let's build these into a story so you can hear them together. John started his new job at the foot of the corporate ladder. At first, he got off on the wrong foot with his boss, but he decided to put his best foot forward. He headed for success with determination and kept a cool head even when things went wrong. In the blink of an eye, months passed, and he learned many lessons at first hand. With his heart and soul in his work, he gained the upper hand and soon stood on his own 2 feet. Now, repeat slowly. He got off on the wrong foot with his boss. He put his best foot forward. He kept a cool head. In the blink of an eye, months passed. He stood on his own 2 feet. Excellent. Let's practice another set with the word mind. Cross your mind, meaning to think of something briefly. Out of your mind, meaning irrational or very worried. Have a mind of your own, meaning to be independent. And change your mind, meaning to decide differently. Practice with me. The thought crossed my mind. Good. She was out of her mind with worry. Excellent. He has a mind of his own. Very nice. She changed her mind about the trip. Now, let's see back again. Behind someone's back, meaning secretly. Break your back, meaning to work very hard. Back to back, meaning consecutive. And back and forth, meaning moving repeatedly in 2 directions. Repeat after me. They talked behind his back. Good. She broke her back trying to finish the project. Excellent. They had meetings back to back. Very nice. The children ran back and forth in the yard. Another word is hand one more time. Hand in, meaning to submit. Hand out, meaning distribute. Hand over, meaning transfer, and handy, meaning useful. Practice with me. He handed in his assignment. Good. The teacher handed out the papers. Excellent. She handed over the keys. Very nice. This tool is really handy. Now, let's add another story. During exams, Sarah studied with heart and soul. The thought of failure crossed her mind, but she kept a cool head. She handed in her papers on time and broke her back preparing every detail. Her friends ran back and forth helping each other, and together they handed out notes. Though stress was high, everything fell into place, and in the end, they all gained confidence. Repeat with me. Sarah studied with heart and soul. The thought of failure crossed her mind. She kept a cool head. She handed in her papers on time. They handed out notes. This constant mix of practice examples helps your brain remember words in context, which is much more powerful than memorizing lists. Let's move now to another useful everyday word, light. We've touched on it before, but it has even more advanced meanings. In the light of, meaning considering, light up, meaning to illuminate or make happy, see the light, meaning to finally understand, and make light of, meaning to treat something as unimportant. Practice with me. The teacher explained the rule in the light of new research. Good. Her smile lit up the room. Excellent. He finally saw the light after months of confusion. Very nice. Don't make light of his feelings. Now, let's look at fire. At the basic level, it means flames, but advanced meanings include play with fire, meaning to take risks, on fire, meaning performing extremely well, add fuel to the fire, meaning to make things worse, and under fire, meaning being criticized. Repeat after me. The fire kept us warm. Good. He's playing with fire by lying. Excellent. The singer was on fire during the concert. Very nice. His comment only added fuel to the fire. And one more. The plan came under fire from critics. Another common word is water. Simple meaning is the liquid we drink, but advanced meanings include water down, meaning to weaken. Keep your head above water, meaning to survive. Test the waters, meaning to try something out. And like a fish out of water, meaning uncomfortable. Practice with me. She poured a glass of water. Good. They watered down the proposal. Excellent. He's struggling to keep his head above water financially. Very nice. She tested the waters with a small experiment. And one more. I felt like a fish out of water at the party. Let's move to wind. Basic meaning is moving air, but advanced uses include get wind of, meaning to hear a rumor. Throw caution to the wind, meaning to take a risk. Gone with the wind, meaning vanished. And second wind, meaning renewed energy. Repeat after me. The wind blew strongly. Good. He got wind of the secret. Excellent. She threw caution to the wind and invested. Very nice. After a rest, he got his second wind. Next is ground again. On the ground, meaning at the real location. Break new ground, meaning to innovate. Hold your ground, meaning to stand firm. And lose ground, meaning to fall behind. Practice with me. Reporters were on the ground covering the event. Good. The scientists broke new ground in medicine. Excellent. He held his ground during the argument. Very nice. The company lost ground to competitors. Now, let's practice air. Basic meaning is what we breathe, but advanced meanings include clear the air, meaning to resolve tension. Up in the air, meaning uncertain. Give air to, meaning to express. And walk on air, meaning very happy. Repeat after me. The air felt fresh after the rain. Good. They cleared the air after the disagreement. Excellent. The plan is still up in the air. Very nice. She gave air to her concerns. And one more. He was walking on air after the success. The next word is Earth. At the simple level, it means our planet. But advanced meanings include come back to Earth, meaning return to reality. The salt of the earth, meaning a very good person. Move heaven and earth, meaning to try very hard. And down to earth, meaning practical and realistic. Practice with me. The earth orbits the sun. Good. He finally came back to earth after his big dream. Excellent. She is truly the salt of the earth. Very nice. They moved heaven and earth to finish on time. And one more. She's very down to earth. Now, let's connect these nature-related words into a story. Anna tested the waters by starting a small project. At first, her ideas were watered down by critics, and soon she came under fire. But she held her ground and moved heaven and earth to continue. When her success lit up the community, she felt like she was walking on air. Her achievements broke new ground, and she got a second wind that carried her further than ever before. Now, repeat with me. Anna tested the waters by starting a small project. She came under fire. She held her ground. She moved heaven and earth to continue. She was walking on air. Excellent. Let's now practice cold. Basic meaning is low temperature, but advanced meanings include cold shoulder, meaning ignoring someone. Break out in a cold sweat, meaning fear. Catch a cold, meaning to get sick. And in cold blood, meaning without emotion. Practice with me. It was a cold winter morning. Good. She gave him the cold shoulder. Excellent. He broke out in a cold sweat before the exam. Very nice. She caught a cold last week. And one more. The crime was committed in cold blood. Now, let's try hot. Simple meaning is high temperature, but advanced uses include hot under the collar, meaning angry, hot topic, meaning popular subject, hot on someone's heels, meaning close behind, and in hot water, meaning in trouble. Repeat after me. The soup is hot. Good. He became hot under the collar during the argument. Excellent. Climate change is a hot topic. Very nice. The police were hot on the thief's heels. And one more. He found himself in hot water. Finally, let's look at cool. Simple meaning is not warm, but advanced meanings include keep your cool, meaning stay calm. Cool down, meaning relax. A cool reception, meaning not very welcoming. And cool off, meaning reduce heat or emotion. Practice with me. The evening was cool. Good. She kept her cool during the crisis. Excellent. He tried to cool down after the argument. Very nice. The idea received a cool reception. And one more. They decided to cool off after the fight. Here's a final short story for this section. During the debate, Mark kept his cool even when the audience gave him a cool reception. At first, he felt in hot water when tough questions came, and he almost broke out in a cold sweat. But soon he lit up the room with confidence, and by the end, he walked on air knowing he had turned the tables. Now, repeat slowly. Mark kept his cool. He was in hot water. He broke out in a cold sweat. He lit up the room. He walked on air. Each time you repeat, you're not just learning vocabulary, you're mastering how to sound natural and advanced in English. Before we finish today's masterclass, let's practice just a few more simple but advanced words together. The word power. At the basic level, it means energy or control. But in advanced usage, you can say in power, meaning holding authority. The power of, meaning influence. Power through, meaning to continue despite difficulty. And speak truth to power, meaning to challenge authority. Practice with me. The engine uses electric power. Good. She is in power after winning the election. Excellent. He powered through the long exam. Very nice. They spoke truth to power. Another word is strong. Simple meaning is having physical strength, but advanced uses include strong argument, meaning convincing, strong feelings, meaning deep emotions, and go strong, meaning to continue with energy. Repeat after me. He is a strong man. Good. She gave a strong argument. Excellent. He had strong feelings about the issue. Very nice. The tradition is still going strong. Now, let's bring these final words into a short story. Even when tired, she powered through her challenges. Her strong will gave her the power to continue, and her strong argument convinced the audience. By speaking truth to power, she showed that strength comes not only from muscles, but also from courage and words. Repeat slowly. She powered through her challenges. Her strong will gave her power. She spoke truth to power. Excellent. And now, we've reached the end of our journey together today. You've just learned how 130 basic English words can be used in advanced and powerful ways. We explored meanings that go far beyond the simple, and we practiced them together in real sentences and short stories. Remember, fluency doesn't come from learning thousands of rare words. It comes from mastering the everyday words you already know and using them in flexible, natural, advanced ways. So, keep repeating, keep practicing with these examples, and soon you'll notice your English sounding more confident, more expressive, and more fluent than ever before. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this lesson gave you the power, the strength, and the confidence to keep going strong in your English journey. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you'll never miss another lesson like this one. And if you enjoyed today's practice, leave a comment below and share which new expression or advanced meaning you liked the most. Take care of yourself, keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.